What are you doing, man? Crazy, man. Oh, it's a V12. You've never seen drift stitching. This is how we repair our bumpers. What's your final pro tip for the audience, Mitty? Oh, shit. Carson Performance. The best unit in the world ever. Carson Performance.
Hello.
Fist bump? Fist bump. Got your present.
Oh, what is it?
Definitely not available on monkeylands.com. It's 15 horsepower because your Ginger is actually 17.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Matches our faces.
You like it?
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Cool,
Thanks, man.
No worries.
We're happy.
Words. Workshop or office, what do you think? Ta-da! Looks absolutely beautiful. Very professional install from my main man, Mr. Luke. We were just kind of saying that these vans actually represent really good value for money. What's this 09 plate? What's it worth? Like £4,000?
Yeah, but it's a bus as well, so it's 8-seater.
Yeah. First job of the day is Scouse is just replacing a track rod on the Hyundai. Once he's done that, we're going to be getting Mitto's car into the workshop. The hearing aid.
Engine box out, new engine box in, DY engines, do a thing. Yeah.
Once Scouse has finished that, we'll get Mitto's car in, then we're going to start doing the bits on the Volvo. We've got a new condenser en route, we've got a new intercooler and a new radiator as well. This is the suspect track rod. It was actually only an advisory on the MOT, but there is a little bit of play, isn't there?
There's a little bit of play, so it's just an advisory, but it's like, if suspension's advisory or brakes advisory, it's like, just do it. It's going to need doing in the next few months, so just do it.
You drove it hard last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Yeah, so I just drive actually,
Drive
yeah.
nice?
Yeah, it's literally just like a van really, but posher.
What are you doing, man?
Funny is,
Why are you taking your headlights out? That's not very street car.
I'm going in the British Drift Championship.
It's not very
right?
JDM. How are you going to turn your headlights
And
on?
everybody wants to like ming into me, so like I need like cheap panels.
Listen, it's a well-renowned fact that having your headlights on when you drift adds 5 horsepower.
That's true. I'm going to put globes and underglow. It's definitely about the underglow. I don't know why I'm still stood like this. It's not helping.
I actually used to drift with one headlight because I'm literally full Japan.
Do you know how I used to do that? So what you do is, like when you have pop-ups, you just go bonkers at the stalk until it just like comes out of sync and one freaks out.
I used to always drift with Joe Ball, yeah, in his 180, and his headlights would just flop. They would literally do this, he'd come in for a drift, it'd be up, then it would go down, then it would go up. It always looked mad. I'm going to chuck a little clip into that, and it's sick. One Hyundai, ready for Mr. Adam. Now we're going to get Mr.
Frisbee.
I think you need new gloves, man.
I've only had them a
Got
week.
holes in them, dude. Come on, you slag. Get over there and start doing things. Are you ready? Please just stop raining today. Brian James, baby. You're right, man. Is this the guy that's meant to be really good at drifting that doesn't seem to be able to park?
Ahoy there!
Oh, that's gross. There we go, one hearing aid out of the bushes. Scouse is off to a drift there. Have a good day, man. Oh, I love these views. Oh, that is. Let me smell some of that. What we're going to do now is just chuck the car in the air. We're going to have a look underneath and try and find out what on earth this young man has done to his car. Oh, we've got a bit of an oil leak. Pretty cool up here. You guys can see that Mitto runs CS2s like me, but he's actually got a set of Swift springs. which I do believe you can actually now get from Driftworks.
Like, look under here, there's fuel everywhere.
there really is. It's definitely a lot of residue, but it's not any visible hole, is it? It's weird.
Maybe the turbo,
the engine.
as Harry carried itself through the engine.
Yeah.
That's looking likely.
Maybe. In a sec, the lads are going to start removing a few ancillaries, see if they can try and get to the bottom of why Mitto's car sounds like a Subaru. Oh yeah, them tyres are slicks.
Good to go.
Nice wear pattern though, good geometry setup, nice to see. Nothing worse when you come and look at an old tyre, you know, and you've got like set 8mm tread on one side and nothing on the other. You've never seen inside a boot from underneath, well now you have. Definitely a interesting view. Cool, right, Volvo is now in place. We've actually got two Scalesport 2 air conditioning condensers just to make sure we've got the right one. That's our intercooler in there, one radiator here, one behind the glass over there, again just to double check we've got the right one. Just going to get this little radiator support out the back. We didn't actually buy one of these, but we're going to attempt to kind of bend it back into shape. Bad effort, definitely straighter than it was.
Like brand new.
Yeah. Coffee and a tea for the girls. Mr. Wizzo, that's your cup of tea. Gauss, get this down your neck, you slag. Take taste test. Will you just do it?
Yeah, you haven't put sugar in that, have you?
I have, I put half in.
Half?
Yeah, half because you have one, but I've reduced you to half because I'm a good mother. We've just got the new radiator out of the box. This is our brand new air conditioning condenser. That's the new intercooler. It's beefy intercooler, man. Gorgeous, crispy new parts, man. The Volvo's not going to know what's hit it. Nothing to see here, guys, don't worry about that. We've just discovered that that one isn't actually the right radiator, luckily Scalesport 2. And as you guys have just noticed, this one's actually stealth black, so this does actually give us 12 more horsepower, so it's actually beneficial that we swapped to the black. And by magic, one black radiator. The only reason we knew it wasn't right, because there was one tiny little bracket on the end which wouldn't fit on. Obviously now we've got it all refitted. If you guys look here, it looks like a nice little countryside setting. If you look a little bit closer, there's a Jaguar XJS hiding in the bushes. Man, I did not know this car was here. Crazy, man. What if it's open? Oh, there's no door handle. Fuck. It doesn't look that bad. It's hard to kind of tell because it's so encrusted in bushes. Oh, there's a bit of rust and stuff on the back. Oh, it's a V12. 12-cylinder goodness. HRO, and that would have been the original supplying dealer. Obviously, she's a XJS. Mad to think as well that how sort of small exhaust tips used to be. Obviously, over time, people kind of like the idea of having a big exhaust out back and they've kind of changed it. There's actually another one over here as well. Sad to see, but hopefully one day whoever owns these will get them out or sell them to someone who can do something with them. Pretty mad though, not every day you see a Jaguar XJS in the bushes. The leather doesn't actually look too bad if you look in there. Amazing to think these were actually sold as like a 2+2, but in reality you could not fit anybody in the back unless they literally had no legs. Aww. Little girl, don't worry man. We'll get you out of there one day. Little Lada. This must be one of Joe's, man. And these with big engines do seem to go real well. So this is a Lada Riva 1200L, so I guess it's a 1.2. Oh man, Mr. Hudson at Fensport, he actually put a CA18, I think, in one of these, which was pretty powerful. Definitely not what you'd expect with it coming down the road. 2-litre turbo Saab. I'm not sure if it's like an Abbott Racing something, I can't remember. He did say it was quite a special one. There's nothing on the back. Mad that Jag, innit?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Literally just buried. It's a bit of waste, really.
And right, back with the Ovlov. So that is the radiator mounting bracket, or the mounting bracket for the...
Yeah, one of the rubbers is missing, isn't it?
Ah, is it on the car still? Oh no, it was in the frame, wasn't it?
Yeah, so basically this in here, that's broken off there, and it would go in here, and it's not in there either.
Ah, okay. It should be alright, as long as it mounts up and doesn't sort of move horrendously, we should be okay. I'll have a little scat outside maybe, see if I can find it on the floor. Maybe it came off when Georgie had the little prang.
Yeah. To be honest, if you go and look, it might still be there.
It was about an hour's drive, so I'm going to pass on that one. I think we're pretty much, apart from that missing bush, I think we're pretty much good to sort of mount it up, aren't we?
Yeah, okay, cool.
We're just going to leave these little bungs in for now, just so when we put it up, nothing kind of falls in there, but we'll remove those once it's in place.
Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump it up,
Pump it, baby!
It's a little bit out of shape in it, but if we sort of dodge it like that and bend it.
There she goes, nice one, Scales. That's the intercooler pipe going back on. Right, next up we're just going to connect that little pipe onto the top of the radiator. Next up, Mitto and I are just going to do a little sort of basic drift stitch on this bumper because we don't really want to replace it. Do you think fellow drifters will now sort of like flash at my flash? That sounds a bit strange.
Flash at you?
Cable ties there. Drill. We're getting serious now, the masts are coming out.
now she's nice and flush. Obviously when it's cracked, it's kind of splayed out bits of plastic, which makes it hard to kind of put it back in. But bear in mind, it's not going to look 100%. You know, we're just trying to get out of buying a.
What do you mean?
It's
going to be perfect,
gonna be
mate.
exceptional.
Important to remember, if you lay the zip tie on the top of the drill bit, then you know what you're drilling.
If you've never seen drift stitching, this is how we repair our bumpers.
There you go. Almost couldn't tell that anything had happened.
Definitely hasn't been crashed, has it?
Never.
Hey, voila! Excellent job, sir.
Got one more pro tip.
So that is the finished article. What's your final pro tip for the audience, Mitty?
This works for cracks in anything, because obviously if we just leave it like that, if you bump anything else, the crack will spread, and I don't want to spread your crack. So what you do is at the end of the crack, drill a little hole, and that stops it spreading further.
Liking these top tips.
This is what you do if you get a crack in your exhaust manifold. It looks a bit weird, but
Nah, at the end of the day, and it saved us probably spending £100 on a new bumper. We're just going to go and trim all of these little bits. So as cool as they do look, they might get caught in fans and all sorts of madness. So good idea just to chop them off.
right, here's another tip. If you like your mechanic, you get a blade, and then you literally slice all these zip ties flush, so you don't get the little sticky out scratchy bits. Perfect job.
Yeah, very good job, man. Zip tie mafia. So that is the bumper all sorted. Looking pretty pucker. We'll try and kind of reshape the grille as best we can, but it is plastic. Good job, Mitto. Lovely job, Lee. Here's the bumper scales. Literally like that, yeah. A little bit bent.
That's about as straight as it was when
It came out, yeah.
Why don't we leave it de-grilled?
For the ultimate intake.
Yeah, we'll just like... My feet are freezing, they're soaking, they're stood in a puddle. Yeah, I think that's...
Trial fitment.
That's straight.
That's not so straight.
What the fuck? The fuck is that doing? That's straight, the bumper is warm.
Bumper's bent, yeah, here. It doesn't matter, man. Let's just lob some cable ties on it.
Zip tie tune.
Yeah.
Grill's just like warped back where it was. Oh shit!
Cut our little excess bits of cable tie off, then I think we are pretty much gravy. Pretty much car is now ready for another 10 years of motoring. Sick. Shut her down, let's have a little look. Yeah. Looks like quite a respectable V50. Looks like Lurch out of the Addams Family. Another day, another episode. So tomorrow we're going to be removing...
Tomorrow, yeah, finish this one off, get the engine out of this, and then start taking all the bits off, and it'll go onto his new built engine.
Happy days, man. Bye from you, sir.
Laters.
Bye from me.
Bye from this guy who's in the middle of doing an Instagram story.
Oh, it's that again.